If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him. Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her. Now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
Good girl.
Fly, Ambrosia.
All right.
Might this be Mickleburg?
These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least. What is going on here?
Ah. Did you, too, heed the call?
Heed the call? No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
It is my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that. What do you mean?
They came here to perform the rite, just as King Barnabas instructed. This village is their altar, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters and give themselves to the Lord.
Give themselves?
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sins.
Let us be reborn in your loving arms.
Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
They want to be saved. Forgive me, but did another foreigner like me come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Storm? Yes. He's staying at my house, toward the rear of the village.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did.
Bring us salvation.
At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Let us be made pure. Let us be made divine.
Alright, I am actually able to wear my headphones and mic without my ear hurting, so sweet. I don't know if it'll last, but we'll see. So, obviously I've been talking for probably like 12 episodes or something like that at this point, but I am really enjoying this game. plot-wise, it's just absolutely fantastic. You're, I feel pretty constantly surprised at the events in general. The So I think the only I'm gonna talk real quick about because they're kind of at the forefront of my mind right now. The things that I don't like as much as I wish I would, and that would be just a couple of things. So music wise, I mean, I'm gonna probably replay this again, not right away, but shortly hereafter. And try and focus on it more, but the music hasn't really. I mean, sometimes like a couple tracks have, and the more epic ones, like when you're in battle or whatever, they have been pretty catchy. They brought back a static main battle theme again, which it's okay. It's not what I would call a favorite of mine, but it's decent. But comparing it to like FF7 Remake, where the music was such an absolute masterpiece, it didn't wow me off the bat. Chronicles of Murkvar, being a collection of tales recounted by its most exalted majesty, Lord Bjornhard of the Valdermark. As you are no doubt aware, Lord Bernhard, there was once a race of men who command the most forbidden of forbidden magics. How did you ever hear tell of the Executors? Those charged with driving out these heretics. The order had its origins in the Crystalline Dominion, by whose rulers to create was tasked with the protection of mankind and sent forth to extinguish the forbidden magic wherever rumors of its use might arise. Having in due course succeeded in their mission and driven the utterers of the unutterable from the land, these sacred souls withdrew from the stage of history, never to be heard from again. Okay, interesting.
Excuse me. You with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you? Lord Rosfield, if I am not mistaken.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. Much less you, my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a reason for that?
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, the more my own faith began to falter. You have seen them at their prayers, have you not? They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord with a fervor I have never seen before. Praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills and reborn in their Saviour's light. Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes, but so that they might continue to serve him. Serve him with all of their beings. I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... 'tis different. It is more. And so I would see it through to the end. See these people safe, that they might achieve their dream. that they might do their duty to their lord, even if it should keep me from doing my duty to mine.
You do understand what their dream is, don't you?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become a Kashyyyk. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. If you are to return to Master Cyril, I would consider it a great... Did you hear that, my lord? Something is happening.
I'll go and find out what. Stay here.
Oh, they're gonna get murdered. They're all murdered by a Kashyyyk now. Turned it back for like 6 minutes. Ah, haha, know it.
Beneath the flood. Oh no.
Yeah, I shouldn't laugh.
Must be something I can do.
Just funny that I was right on the nose with it, basically.
Echoes as well. Found her.
Ready, brother?
Oh, I gotta take this off.
Ready.
Something, right?
Get him! Attack! Get him!
Also need to figure out. I'm not overly wild about Odin form. Like, I feel like it lacks damage-wise to an extent. Maybe it just requires too much.
What now?
What? Oh, this is cool. What did I bring up? I think. Do we get to go down below?
We meet again. I've killed your kind before.
There we go. It moves like it's so awesome on the stagger gauge. Oh my god, every time I want to power up, it pops up. I guess it's not terrible. And that's definitely moved this safer stagger gauges. Or when they're actually staggered. I mean. You can definitely deal much better damage if you save this towards a stagger. That's crazy. Yeah, I really have to change it up. Oh, all iron's good for something else too, I think. Oh, they're all going to turn to cash, aren't they?
Damn it!
Oh no, he died.
Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did, when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashyyyk in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
They are saved. Founder. I should get this report to Cyril.
I ain't gonna pull it back there.
My Lord Marquis, welcome back. I am glad to see you hale and whole.
I met with your third chair, Cyril. He bade me deliver his findings to you.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came, and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
Then he perished defending liberty. a hero's end. For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Sid would agree. He wanted to build a world where people could die on their own terms.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect expression of one's faith. It matters not how misguided others might judge one's decision to be, only that the decision is one's own. We live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them, we protect them, and yes, we die for them. For better or worse, that is our creed.
But he didn't die for your creed. He died to save them. And you still believe that what he did was right?
I believe that he believed it was. We of the Undying are not slaves, but willing servants. And this was his will, the ultimate expression of it.
All right. I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of duty. They died serving my house. It's only right that I remember them. That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has been, and shall ever be, the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosfield. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with all my heart for your success. And were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my fallen brothers and sisters would feel the same.
Great welcome that we needed. Well, anyway. Alright, nothing else until Makia right now. No. So back to here. Over here now. Okay, before I do anything else, I need to take this off so I can actually. Oh! That's what the game supposed to do. So I can actually play the game regularly and maybe like try to max out damage to a degree. So I get 5% off file drive, that's for no. Oh, look as cool as they are, I don't care. Follies Fangs, Look Dark, I don't want any of these really, I don't think. Reading the Swift Shot. Yeah. Increases the will damage of no. Mantite? Yeah. Yeah. Defense. You should go for ability points too. Long-term strat, and then maybe if we get maybe certain fights that they have really difficult or they have certain mechanics or whatever that we have to deal with them, we could do one of the other ones. So we've got EXP, AP, and the evade thing. The evade thing I think is pretty freaking clutch. I think that we're still. Oh, I can't go back and make those now, but we're going to finish some of these off real quick. Alright, here. Well, I've got 3 things in this. Probably killing things, but whatever. So, overall, I really...
Fly, Ambrosia.
I've really enjoyed the story.
The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by Akashic. I need to hurry.
I've really enjoyed the story elements of this game a lot. The main story is, I mean, absolutely fantastic. Like, it always leaves you kind of wonder. Let me stay up now. I have to kill these guys. Oh yeah. Oh. So it's me releasing. Oh, damn, I screwed up. Okay, so I sucked this game without the thing on apparently, but whatever. I'll get better.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the Wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet, but let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether stick is there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Alright, so next thing I'm doing is I'm taking Odin off. I'm not enjoying Odin. I think I'm gonna go back to I wrote not fair either. I'm gonna go back to Phoenix. I think Phoenix is one of the more fun ones to play. I'm gonna keep Ignition. Try Ignition or since 3 and Rising Flame. 3-2, 3-2. They're both mastered. Keep Ignition for now.
Just how bad on?
Sorry, Clive, didn't want to cut you off there, buddy. Got 3,000. So I mastered that, So the next thing I want to master is the Rebirth. So we got a little over 1,000 to go.
Guards inside the walls. Bad enough to turn a bearer. I hope not. We're risking a lot just being here. Better keep my eyes open for signs of life.
King Walu hereby designates this facility a prison for the detainment of bearers, both foreign and domestic. The purpose of this facility is to rear and train a Kuza beast for deployment in the field. The aforementioned purpose is a matter of strictest secrecy, and any mention thereof is to be punishable by death. Captive bearers have been provided solely for the pursuit of aforementioned purpose. Express permission is required for use of bearers in any other capacity. So they're basically just
So
fodder.
this place was no ordinary prison. And I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
$5,000 means we're probably nothing at the end of this one, I think. Oh, I can pet Torkel. Come here, Torkel.
Get it, boy.
And I do want to say the Torkel side quest that I did last episode made my life. It was everything. I legitimately almost cried just because. I mean, I'm a person who really like loves my dog, so like. All right, trying to get. Yeah, let's just here. Oh yeah, I'm not good at this without the thing. I really got to fuck this up. Bang, bang. Go here. Whatever, just go this way. And Wowie. 2 for 1. Where's the other guy? Like, come on. Alright. It was just such a sweet kind of story about, you know, the dog holding on to all of Clive's stuff and all that. It was just adorable.
Have care.
No sign of any bearers yet. I hope you have better luck downstairs.
And the one with Joshua and Clive, I thought was also really good. That was kind of what you were expecting, wasn't it? Oh. It's kind of what you were expecting, but it was still good. Finish the save first. I got wrecked earlier. Okay. I guess what happens when you're...
It's over.
Recommendation concerning Kuza beast deployment. The Kuza has long been recognized as an especially aggressive species. This being the case, it was hoped that successful deployment of the battlefield might be a means of inflicting heavy casualties on the enemy. In exercises conducted so far, however, the beast has proven incapable of distinguishing between allied and enemy combatants. As such, deployment alongside regular troops is not recommended. It is proposed instead that bearer captives be employed in order to draw enemy focus and the beasts and driven into the fray in order to achieve maximum benefit with minimal loss of lives. So they're fodder for beast training, and then they're fodder in the field when it's ready for going out. They're tools.
Minimal loss of Waluda lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers? Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that.
Yeah, man. I mean, this whole story is just genuinely dark. Memorandum on Kuza beast feeding. Recent supply shortages left us with insufficient resources to feed the Kuza entrusted to our care. Fortunately, the creatures were observed to kill and consume the bearers assigned to fight beside them in a mock battle conducted as part of this training. The beast was further observed to enter a state of visible contentment upon feeding in this way, suggesting that live bearers may even be its preferred source of sustenance. While his behavior is unexpected, it is not unwelcome. Bearers no longer of use for training purposes can now be repurposed as required. Oh.
They were feeding bearers to it. This is even worse than I'd feared. Nothing but a Akashic down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on.
Let's see if I can... Can I go to the other side? Yeah, I don't know. No, okay. So, back upstairs to Doris. Hopefully she's got something. Okay, so... Hold on a second. So the background music is very subtle. And maybe that's what it is.
No lock downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents and... It can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even. And those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there in a moment.
So this is going to open up the other side, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, probably should have gone the other way, whatever. Really, his jump's gotten higher. Maybe it's just higher in overworld areas instead of dungeons. Here we go.
Let's see what we can find down here.
On second thought with the music, I definitely think that I need to give it another go around and really focus on it. Because there has been a few times where I've been genuinely surprised at how good it was. Like, the manner it just was. With it just being eerie in the background. And I'm afraid to go out there because I know if I go... Oh, there's bears in here. Somebody's in...
Either. And she sounds close.
First, I'm gonna go over here. Not to leave the small child by herself, but... Hopefully that's just on the side.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must have been terrified.
Did Jadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? He wouldn't be here otherwise.
Jadwick.
Was that?
Monster's back! Jadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
Oh, it's basically
Safe
a
now.
big-ass
We won't
behemoth.
let it hurt you.
Hold on. Alright, holy cow.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste
This
for
is,
Barris.
might be difficult. I might actually have to start using, the other important parts of this game, like potions and stuff. So I'm gonna use one now. Start. Oh, it's one of the ranks. Okay. I should have paid more attention to the ranks yesterday. Alright, lock on.
Beast will wreak havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
Actually, we're gonna go back to it. We're gonna hit this first. Good. Then have to recharge. This guy's oh shit. come on. Get a perfect one for once. Oh. That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Feel pretty good with that. Another behemoth jackal. What the hell was there?
Cid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
No.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think... that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not. I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Hyde Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years, we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Hyde Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
Alright, so I really enjoyed that one too. I mean, it was very dark and depressing, but it was just good overall storytelling again. And I like how it's like all mini quest lines. So each one has like, at least probably, I think a little short has been 3. Let's see if we get anything else real quick.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts?
Not quite. That was the last time I eat though.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Right, sure. Yes. A Grim Reaper. Sunbreak. Good Warseer. Sunbreak. Do I have anything in Sunbreak? No, so it's not questline related. That's nice. Okay. So we're gonna go finish the last one over. I want to finish exploring Waloed. So there's that one. I know there's that one area I missed. So I want to see what's down there. And I think this is the one. Oh, there's 2 here. Litany of Errors. Inconvenient Truth. Let's do the Litany of Errors first. What's on the left?
Come on.
And I do like how they use the side quest to further store like the overall background of the area. It's not just simple. I mean, a lot of them, some of them are fetch quests, but there's backstory even behind the fetch quest. This way I'm gonna go. Yeah, because I have to go up there. I like how random battles are avoidable to a great degree. I don't know if I've been up here before. Have I? Oh, maybe this is blocked off before.
That'll do, girl. This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here.
Conditioning schedule. Today's exercise will list of the pressure. 20 sandbags for such duration as instructor shall dictate. The furnace burn intensity to be gradually increased. Oops. Drops it. And live combat. 1 to 3 hellhounds depending on performance.
Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture.
About Conservatory, Writ of Incorporation. The Kingdom of Waloed hereby incorporates this institution wherein juvenile bearers are to be granted the opportunity to give themselves in service to the state as soldiers. Trainees succumbing to the crystal's curse or otherwise perishing are to be disposed of with all haste. The graveyard is strictly reserved for the uncursed. Bearer disposal within its bounds is punishable by death. So you can't put bury bearers next to graveyard.
Disposed of. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find that registry.
I recently learned that my own daughter was among the children turned into stone by the brutal training I subjected them to. I had not so much as a thought of her since handing her over to the authorities as a babe. By inquiries with the military confirmed it. It was her. I have been torturing my own flesh and blood, and now I see her everywhere. Today, one of the children smiled at me in the hope of receiving a few scraps from my table. It was her smile, the smile she inherited from her mother. The mother I killed for giving birth to a bearer. Holy shit. Their ghosts have all come back to haunt me. My daughters, my wives, all of them, all those children. So many have died at my hand. I can bear the guilt no longer. And so I decide tomorrow I too must die. It will be the last order I will give those poor wretches, the last torment I subject them to. I will command them to tear me limb from limb, and inter my accursed corpse beneath the white tree whose crooked hands reach the sky in supplication. And beside me my shame, my curse, the record of all their names, all those I have wronged. So
it's like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out.
Oh, don't go through in there now? Oh. It was locked anyway or some bullshit. Oh, there's one of the stones here. In the big box. Whose is this going to be? It's probably Odin. Yep. Ancient Menhir reads the harrowing trial which Clad must race to overcome the host of deadly foes with the blessing of but a single icon, Odin. Alright, we'll do this one. These weren't too bad last time, but I did say Odin is my least favorite, so what do I have? I've got Armor of Darkness, which is a really good one. Heaven's Cloud and Dungeon. Gungnir. So Surge Attack and a Spin Attack. And that's his O, okay. used to recover Heaven's Clouds. So that's a good one. Silver Darkness. Ugh. Was a pretty decent crit though. A bandit now. I'm gonna mute myself for a couple minutes real quick. Because I want to eat some chips.
slow.
Alright, what do I have? I've got Ugnir. Okay, good. I've got a good one, so long as I can get a moment in with that. Alright. I really messed up the last one bad version, the first one hard.
Let's try.
You hit this No! Oh, that's a lot of button mashing on that one. I think I'm going to come back to that one later. But I do like how it kind of makes you learn how to use the weapon through that. Because or use that form. Because that Xanthus is very powerful. However, it is a lot of smash attacks. I think I'm going to stick with what I have for now. But I'm not opposed to going back and doing that again. I do wish those things that you
Forked white tree. This must be the place.
It is supposed to be a challenging portion, so I get it.
Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry.
Bad Conservatory of Error Losses 846V08C16D. Hans 10 years old. Lithification. Alfred 9 succumbed to conditioning. Franz 12 lithification. Paulina 10 emaciation, so they didn't feed them. Bruno 11 years old, disciplined for attempted flight. So he tried to leave. Bruno and Joanna both tried to leave and got killed for it on that day. Reinhardt 9 conditioning. Marta 10 conditioning. Lothar lithification. Dietrich emaciation. ...
So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. But where is the architect of all this misery?
What?
It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed.
Should stagger him. Oh yeah. Oh, I'll hit him with Nice Age. Oh my god, I love Shiva. I think it might be my favorite. It just pauses him every time. It's so great. Alright, you're gonna die now. Boom. You will not survive this. Okay. Now that I've taken a little bit of time to get the handle on the abilities, playing without the easy mode on is way more fun.
I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman.
Okay. Okay, so we're not gonna do that. Wait, yeah, there's nothing over here too. Cool. Alright, so I explore all over here. I'm gonna go back to here and we'll go over to that one. And hopefully it doesn't boot us all the way back again. Back to the highway right away, rather. What the shit is that? Excuse me. Who are you? Oh, I think you're a mark. Are you a mark? You're definitely a mark.
You deserve a rest.
Yes. That's another behemoth too. First we need 3 behemoth shackles. Behemoth. Oh, it's an S. Yikes. This might be hard. Also, I will die.
Another of the Royalist guard dogs. What a specimen it is, too.
There we go. Perfect dodge is amazing with that. Come on. How was that not perfect? Okay, it doesn't matter. Oh, it does. What? Oh, no, come back. I didn't mean to do that. Get back here, please. Mr. Behemoth King. Hi. Alright, good. I'm here for you. It's time for you to go die. There we go. Nice.
No match for you, eh, Torgal?
Behemoth Shackle. And an Orichalco, which is good because I think that's all we need to craft the...
Fly, Ambrosia!
That's gauntlets. And belt. So I think we're going to do this quest. And then we're going to go back and take a look at where we're at for everything.
The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in?
I don't remember if I came here the furthest or this is blocked off what I was here for originally. Come here, Torgal. We haven't got that in a while. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come on with me.
Get it, boy! When did you get so big?
Royal Intelligence Training Report. In the wake of the tragic fire at Caer Norvin in 873 V, the subsequent depletion of our most highly practiced intelligences, all mainland strongholds were instructed to redouble training in clandestine maneuvers, improvised weaponry, and assassination techniques, and dispatch promising volunteers to Stone here for inspection. This report details progress made by the stronghold at Garnick in reinvigorating Waloed's ranks of esteemed intelligencers.
This is a Royal Army logbook. Did he take this from the local barracks?
Excuse me. Complete Botany of Banes. Ertifotida, or Tail of Wyvern. Weight of flour and black over root, the latter of which gives out an inky gall when cut or crushed. The tribesmen of northern storm prick their skin with oaken needles and soaked in such, drawing curious patterns on their arms and legs in honor of their heathen gods. The gall is passing intoxicant that a single drop taken by mouth may result in cramps more painful for 5 days and 5 nights, or if applied to a wound, certain death. Should a sip of the needle end in a young warrior's life, it is said that his skin print failed to find favor among the heathen heavens. Wow, that's kind of messed up too.
His interests were certainly varied.
From a Distance, Chapter 16, The Fall of the Bearers. The emergence of the first magic adepts was widely heralded as a gift from the gods. Indeed, the title with which those the gift came to be commonly known is most likely a contraction of Bearer of the Heavenly Blessing. the wording used by the tribunes at the time. Those born with the blessing were lauded as living crystals and granted high office and plentiful reward for their status as chosen ones. Over the years, this reverence for their kind would become a full-fledged religion led by the bearers themselves, a development that would prove fateful. The diverse nations of the time were unanimous of their disapproval of the founding of the church. While the authorities had for years welcomed bearers into positions of power in their own structures of state, they were mistrusting of an organization led by bearers for bearers. Efforts were immediately made to chasten the church and its followers, banning members from holding office, evicting adherents from their homes, breaking up meeting by force. The church responded by forming a volunteer army to resist this persecution, and yet it continued, creating a cycle of ever-increasing bloodshed and rancor, and growing rift between those born with a blessing and those without. What began with beatings and street clashes would eventually spill over into an all-out war that consumed the greater part of the twins for nigh a generation, and decimated the population of men and bearers both. The deluge of blood that stained the land crimson left an even more lasting mark upon the minds of the Valestian people. After the bearers' last resistance was crushed, the nations of Valistia came together to sign the Continental Accord that initiated the system of slavery that persists across the realm to this day. Its well-known phrase, bearers are other than human, has its root in the bitter war of the years before, being the unblessed's only excuse for their calamitous refusal to allow the blessed to decide their own destinies. Wow.
This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
The folklorist fabulary, the Moogle. No spirit or sprite appears more often in Valestian folk tales than the humble Moogle, though they are occasionally painted as mischievous souls akin to pixies or imps. Most stories depict them as clumsy yet congenial spirits who delight in helping mankind with their daily labors. They are said to have sweet tooths, leading to the common superstition that one must not leave cakes or other sweetmeats uncovered overnight, lest naught remain but crumbs come morning. In appearance, they are described as having covered head and toe in soft white fur, excepting the small dark wings by which they are somehow able to take flight, and the brightly colored pom-poms that protrude from the tops of their heads. Sorry, my eyes are watered. And yet there is one detail regarding the Moogle that most find more remarkable than the orb that tops its head: the fact that the creatures actually exist. Preposterous, I hear you say. Everybody knows that Moogles are stuff of legend. I quite agree. But every legend has its basis in the truth. And in the case of the Moogle, the fact may be not so dissimilar to the fiction. Ancient bestiaries list a white mole whose feet do not touch the ground among the base of the realm. The illustration beside the name, why, it is none other than the Moogle. Of course, it is true that the creatures are not known to still survive in the twins in the modern day. Perhaps their miniature wings carry them to other climes. Perhaps they are hunted to extinction, or perhaps, just perhaps, they do still live among us, hidden away far from human view. Okay, so I have completed. Oh, I have to leave here. I read that already. Why is there a mark here? I'm afraid I'm gonna get attacked by somebody, aren't I? Yeah, this is a good-sized boss arena right here. I didn't realize that at first. Okie dokie. Here we go.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you from a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. It's our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Let's see, shall we?
These ridiculous executioner things that I have to kill over the course of this game. Like, alright, who am I on? Oh, okay, I'm on. Oh, I'll be on. No, I don't like that. Hell no. I feel like it's weird that that's all you send for a book that could change the way that the world views bearers. Like, you know, I honestly think Shiva is my favorite summon in this game to play with so far. Is that it? I feel like that is not enough people for something of this gravity.
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Okay, good.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We're trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait! Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
Alright. We are going to first make sure we explore this whole area now, because I know there was a part that we missed. Just a little bit down here. Well, could be a little bit. Hold on one second. Oh, that's the rest of it. This is just where that tower is. Write this up for.
Let's go.
Just make sure I don't miss anything here. Oh, I got this before. Okay. Alright, so now for we're at the highway and close out. We need to close out and check our gear. Because unless I miss my guess, this is the endish of the game. At least like it seems like it should be. We only have one double two here. Yeah, two on the top. So close these two out and then check with him. Two.
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I fear the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the Hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth, Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
Vivian, I'll try.
Scholar's bonnet. Oh, it's a displayable thing. That's cool. Let's see how many marks we have left real quick. Okay. The Breaker of Worlds. That's the old one. This is the one that's in the Valkyrie somewhere. So we got about 5 left. This is an A. Wailing Branchy. Carnic Elude. A. Knight of Splendid Heart. That's Independence Gate and Sun Breck. This is a pretty easy one. Another A. Grim Reaper. Summer active. Summer active. I wonder if anything becomes, if there's extra ones you can do after you complete the list. Although it doesn't seem like the list is complete, does it? I'm gonna look at it again on my way back.
I hear that you traveled to Ash, Cid. Did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
If I may. The Bearer Registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Nor any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces. Like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you, Cid. I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Bad Bach, and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering, and in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you. Thank you.
Oh no, there's another one in my quarters again. Alright, well, I guess we're definitely not going to be finishing the game on this episode anyway.
Do you think Cid will tell us about his adventures in Ash?
doubt it. I heard he's leaving again. Well, then maybe when he gets back.
Alright, you are. I'm running everything check real quick. I should be able to
Say what you will. Lady Karen has seen herself.
Trouble with your gear, or
might be close to being.
crack the crystal?
Kill a god, save the world. I miss anything? No, that's pretty much the plan.
Not a very good one.
If you ask me.
But then,
I can't say I've had much practice killing gods. Now, forging kit to kill a god, that I might be able to help you with. Reckon it's the least I can do after all you've given us. And it's more than enough. You can thank me when you get back. Alright, let's see what we got here.
What do you want?
So the Ouroboros. I have 4 recalcums. And 1 for that. 1 for that, so it's 2. That one goes up. This one goes up and down. 32, I have one now. Let's go back to the weapons. Or I can do a defender +2.
Yeah, that should do you. Anything else?
Oh, nope, come back.
Yep.
Arr.
So, what'll it be?
So I need 1 more orichalcum to do everything. I need 1 more dark steel too. So I think if I just finish the rest of these quests, then I should be fine. I guess there's no Excalibur too. No.
And?
So I'm gonna wait until I get those to make sure I have enough for all of them.
Still alive, are you?
Just say your goodbyes, are you?
For all then.
For now. But you better come back or I'll fly up there and drag you home by your ear.
Thank you, Karen.
Didn't think you'd find the thought appealing. Look, just don't die already. A change of leadership's bad for business. You're off to kill a god, so what? You've done everything else you've put your mind to, haven't you?
You could do this too. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. And be thankful you got that much. You got out else? I reckon I can find a buyer. You got out else?
Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure I got the potions.
Coin purse weighing you down?
Yep.
Finished, are you?
Oh, yeah, of course. Treasure hunt. This is from Mid. Well, you didn't think you were just saying that stuff about hiding in my engine, did you? Wouldn't you know I've already a fine spot picked out and everything? But if you're going to go on this grand adventure, you'll need to be quick about your business with that ruddy god of yours. Take too long on somebody more clever might beat you to the prize. I suppose in case I could bury you one of my lesser inventions. Goddess knows I've countless. Triunity. Bringing together three men from differing backgrounds was not to be without some difficulty. However, come together we did, for a better Valisthea. The triunity was but a first step. A longer, more bitter journey awaits us all, one that will almost certainly end up in hardship. Yet what matters most is not the destination, but what we can learn from one another while on the road there. You have paved the road for us with your courage, Clive. Now you must have the courage to walk it. Your loving uncle. Note of thanks. My Lord Marquis, I write to thank you for the kind consideration you have shown for those whose names are written within the pages of the Book of Martyrs. I know that it would move them deeply to know that the first shield of the Phoenix laments their passing, that each and every member of our order stands ready to sacrifice their lives in service of the Phoenix. I do not doubt that those who are taken before their time go with regret for the long years of duty left undone, that they should live on in the memory of a proud son of House Rossfield, such as yourself, shall surely go some way to soothing their sorrows. May the Phoenix's flame burn ever in your heart, Cyril, bearer of the burning quill. Alright, quest. Making amends. Master Clive, I'm aware that there are matters much greater import which demand your attention, but should you find yourself a moment, I bid you visit me in the shelves, that I might ask you a single favor concerning His Highness Prince Dion.
It's usually me making demands of Harpocrates. I wonder what this is about.
Well, it feels like these quests are kind of exhaustive. They are enjoyable. Although somewhat formulaic. Like, I feel like there's been several where it's, it's just, go to a place, find something, discover something, get into a fight, normally a stage one, 1 or 2 stages with a very mid-esque boss character. And then that's it.
Lordsman Harpocrates, I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Cid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting, not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him. And I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's Roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
Okay, so we checked our equipment. Now, to check the list.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Another 75.
All done?
Alright. Alright, I don't want to do this right now. I'm gonna finish the Brothers quest. I'm not gonna say anything yet. I'm gonna think over what I wanna dump my into or my stuff into. And this is the one for Jill, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Finally, it's open. It's crazy that this super early game area had this one part that you couldn't get into for most of the game.
This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone in the backyard. To the hideaway, then.
Was very anticlimactic to have this area. There's something else has to happen here, right? Like they've had this thing sealed off forever, and if that's it, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Genius.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me, I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention it around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo near some gutted hovel not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
Anything catch your eye? Much obliged. That all, is it?
Just because the heavens have gone to wreck and ruin, it don't mean we have to.
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone. Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicerine.
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
If I'm going to have to kill the last remaining of these rare chocobos, I don't know if I want to finish this quest. This is kind of screwed up.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Are I talking to this person?
The people of the rest may seem to be in high spirits. I give them a little wine, a little company.
Here we go.
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's Run. Wait. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here...
Is there a faster way to get there? Not really. Already. 5-6 seconds it takes to teleport. Better.
Hardly make it.
Oh, there's another one here. Hold on.
Thanks, Gal.
Sensation nearby there. So, Phoenix time. We will do this one. Hopefully not fail. I feel like the Phoenix one's... I know that one better than all the other ones, I think, so... Alright, so I get Phoenix Shifts, which is cool. Rising Flame, and so basically what I start the game with. Okay. Let's go.
Farewell.
Damn it, get back here. Oh, damn it. Okay. Well, that's a good one to do. Okay, Heat Wave, which I've never used. I'm going to project out a spelling wall of liquor flame before launching several deadly shockwave. Oh, nice. And second again.
Too slow. Nice try. It's over.
Damn it.
Nice try.
I'm trying to line you guys up for this. Oh, both of you. Oh my god, what the hell is there? Two of them? Come on. This is the internet. Whew. This one's not that easy. I think it's better at doing like the shifting stuff. Shifting combos would knock them out better. Glimpse of Rebirth, Heat Wave, Feeding Shift. Heat Wave actually looks pretty cool. So Heat Wave counters small enemy projectile and land. Okay. That's a pretty cool one to do. I should really save it for that then. And shift combo. Then a 4-hit melee combo after closing in on an enemy with a Phoenix Shift. Land a shift shot on an enemy in the air 2 times. In the air 2 times. Okay. Multi-burst. 10. And 10 magic bursts. That's not bad. Let's go right in. It's worth it. My God. Alright. I don't know why I didn't do this to begin with.
Nice try. Too slow.
This is alright. I have to just do. I got to nail shift combos after shift combos to make this go well. Hopefully this won't be too bad. Oh, I can do this. Alright. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, shit. I'm not going to be able to do this. Rising Flame. Flames of Rebirth. Okay, here we go. Let's try this out. Oh, there's no way.
Nice try.
Oh, it's just not enough time. Damn it. Oh. Alright. I think we need to maybe boost up our abilities a little bit and try that one again. Try these again. Alright, let's finish over here. I don't have to kill this truck. Chocobo.
Drax. I'm not left by bandits for a change. More tracks. And these look fresh. A chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is.
I don't want to have to kill this thing. I really hope it's just like in here hurt and I can save it or something.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, but there is a feather here. Good.
Well, I'll be damned.
There's two of them.
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend.
Oh, good.
Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
Anything else here? No. Alright.
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
It was no trouble.
Clive,
You're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
Crystal's crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
I hope he gets a happy ending with this girl. Like, I hope that like there's some sort of closure with him and her, and they are in love or something. Just because I feel like it'd be. He's been such a stand-up dude to us. Like, it'd be good to see him get a good ending like that. And now that I say that, he's probably going to. Well, no, I don't think he could really. Right? He's not going there.
Oh, what brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrek.
The fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept the record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilafeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
Alright, I'll open around.
Sid'll tell us about his adventures in Ash?
Ty's tea stop the fits.
me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is,
Well, he's
Go on.
tongue-tied.
Please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, me lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced. Don't you think you've had enough?
Oh, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over, what with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister, and then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero.
He's drunk
I'm
as
just a
shit.
daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword. I may have had one too many.
you may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway, after I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
Display piece. The reason I like getting all these towards the end, it seems like, or at least a very good portion of them. When before now? Yeah, we're gonna go. I want to do the chill one because I may not finish that off. And that was up here in Sunbreak. Yeah, this brought me to a.
And how might I help the garrison today?
Looks like this is a way out.
The Duke has pledged.
I'll just. Yeah.
Yeah!
Going?
Oh. The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yotei mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
Yeah, there.
Look, brother. You see them?
I do. The flowers and our friends. It's over. What do you see, boy? Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
Let's craft anything I don't have yet. I think. Does look familiar.
That was harder than I expected. But found her. It was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Yes, I do.
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
He just walks away.
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals,
all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
And that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure. We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
Ooh, that might be worth equipping. 7.5 seconds off of that? Oh yeah, we spend a little time with Jill before we go kill a god. Here. Thinking when I finish this and call it for the day, and I'll do the rest of the March River stuff later tomorrow. Where the hell? Well, over there. Oh, this one's for Dion. That's good. I hope he gets a... Oh, missed your way in. That's ain't worth. I have both of them right now? I do. I get both my brother and my wife person. Oh, did I not have to walk through that place? But I've just gotten this the first time.
Faster!
Whatever. long ass bridge. It's crazy how it survived. As is like that. Shit, that's alright.
No mistakes. Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
That was easy.
Oarsman, I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
You did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him. Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No. It is time, then.
No. Only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates. No. I dare not show my face before him. Not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. All because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T. When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A Stolas quill. Or more precisely, my Stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Well, when that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
Oh, that's another good one too. Alright, let's see. Alright, I am officially out of side quests. But I don't think I got the last story Calco, which means it's a Morath. What do you call it?
Trouble with your gear, or just saying fortune, do you?
Oh, damn. Darksteel. I still need another Darksteel, too. I need 3 out of 4 that I have. So at the very least, I know I'm going to make the original Ouroboros. Because it increases both of them.
No scratches, right?
Hold on from that momentarily. Still need the Darksteel though. Let me try. I see you can't do the Ouroboros.
That's it.
That.
Fine.
Don't need items. Let's check in here. Over there, and then I'm done. Components. Alright, pull again. Clive, it occurs to me that a single word of thanks does not nearly suffice to express my gratitude for reuniting me with from a distance. The tome made me who I am today. Yeah, I thought I should never set eyes upon it again, and that those who took it from me had forever robbed me of a part of myself. But now I am whole again, thanks to you. I regret that I can only fill in the gaps in your knowledge, and not the holes in your soul, for which reason I shall ever be in your debt. Vivian. Edith seems fond of the silver bow we gave her, so much so she's been taking it to sitting atop her belly when she rests. To hear her tell it, the rascal kicks something fierce when she does too. Sounds like we have another fighter on our hands, and none too soon. I can hardly wait to teach our newest little cursebreaker everything I know. Though I suppose we can all celebrate first. No need to get ahead of ourselves now. Gav. And last one. Greatest gifts. It feels like a lifetime ago. It was a lifetime ago. The afternoon on Man's Hill was our very first adventure, but somehow I knew that even then that it would not be our last. I will never forget that day, and the simple fact that you have not either fills my heart with a joy that I can so fierce I cannot describe it. Since the moment we first met, you have always been an important part of me, the half that makes me whole. When times are darkest, you are my light. When I am lost, you are my guiding star. You are just what I need. You are all that I need. You are the greatest gift. Jill. Very poetic. Let's check here, see how we're missing. Okay. Got the oath. Signboard with this rest sign. Missing that one. Wait, no. Yeah. I got some. Missing 2. That's it. There's only 2 left of those. Which means they're going to be hunt related or host hunt related. So those will have to wait for tomorrow. But I do want to check in.
Hundreds of leagues away.
here.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go.
Nothing
Think you
up
can
there.
help? How may I help you today, Clive? Here you are.
That's all of them, I guess.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Nice. But I could still get a few more. Right? Because there's still buttons attached to the thing. What am I doing? Alright. Just want to check in here and call it. So tomorrow it's not tomorrow, next time there's only 5 left still. 2 in Sandbreck, 1 in Willow, and 2 S's that we don't know. So Cape Orsier and Vengeance Gate. Okay, so there. And there. So all in the very north part of Sandbreck. Okay. Let's check our AP, and then we are going to call it.